This is a quick video on how to use Google Spreadsheets or Google Sheets. First, what I'm going to do is go to my drive, click Create, and click on Spreadsheet. Again, to get to my drive, you can go through the boxes from your email. So I'm going to create a spreadsheet. You'll notice that this is very similar to both Google Docs and to Microsoft Excel. So the first thing I'm going to do is name my spreadsheet by clicking on the untitled spreadsheet in the corner, and I'm going to call it my last name Internet. So for this project, what I'm going to do is use Factmonster.com to get some information on different countries and the number of people in those countries that use the internet. So I'm going to go to Factmonster, click on World. I'm going to skip the ads. I'm going to click on Countries. Unfortunately, I think I clicked on something else by mistake. Okay, let's close this ad. Bad thing about Factmonster, a lot of ads. So click on Countries, and we're going to pick 3 countries. You should try and pick 3 countries that have approximately the same population. So let me try Bolivia as my first country. The information we're going to be using is the population, and under communications, we're going to find the internet users. So those are the 2 pieces of information we'll be using. So what I'm going to do is go back to my spreadsheet, and I'm first going to add my column headings. I've entered my column headings. You'll notice that they're all capitalized because that makes it look better. This heading doesn't fit, so what I can do is I can either drag the column and make it larger, or what I can do is wrap the text. So I'm going to click on this icon right here, which is wrap text. Then what I'm going to do is start inputting my information. So the country that I'm first reporting on is Bolivia. The population, I need to go back to Factmonster again, working with tabs. The population is 9,947,418. I can go back to my 9,947,418, I believe was the right number. Go back to Bolivia and check the number of internet users. So I scroll down to communications. Internet users are 1,103,000. That's it. So I'm going to go back to my spreadsheet, 1,103,000. Okay, now the internet users as a percent of population. To get to this number, we need to divide the number of internet users by the population and then format it as a percentage. So to do that, I'm going to click equal sign, because we always use that for any calculations we perform in both Excel and Google Sheets. Slash is divide, population, hit enter. I want to format that as a percent, so I can either click on the percent here, or I can click on format, number, and percent. Both work. So 11.09% of the individuals in Bolivia have internet access. I'm going to go ahead and find the information for 2 other countries. I've gone ahead and included the information for Belgium and Costa Rica. So the population of Belgium is pretty close to that of Bolivia. Costa Rica is a little bit different. Once we do our chart, we'll see if it's close enough for our purposes. Now, I can do the formula again by, once again, typing in equal sign, clicking on internet users, the slash for divide, and population cell, and I can format it to percent. The other thing I can do is just copy and paste the formula. To do that, I would do Control C, go down to where I want the formula to be pasted, and do Control V. So we'll see here that while the number of internet users in Bolivia is close to that in Costa Rica, the percentage is much lower, and that's because the population of Bolivia is much higher than that of Costa Rica. So while they have close to the same number of internet users, the percent of people, the number of people who live there that have internet use is much lower. Next thing we're going to do is do a little bit of formatting. So I'm going to select all my cells and put a border around it by clicking on this icon. I generally like to have my information centered, so I'm going to go ahead and change the alignment right there. I also like to make my column headings bold. I'm going to click on the bold. Great. Looks very nice. I could have added a title. To do that, I can click on the first column, right click, insert one above. I can maybe even insert another one above. And I could put a title here. So I've inserted my title, but it looks a little funny because it's centered, so it actually goes off the page. To handle this situation, what I can do is I can merge my cells. So if I select a few of the cells, so I'm selecting A1 through D1, I can click this icon which says merge cells, and that'll make it one cell instead of 4 individual cells, and then center accordingly. So I think that's the best way to handle titles and centering. Next thing I'm going to do is insert a chart. Now to do that, I could do a few things. So first thing I'm going to do is select all of my information, and then I'm going to come up here and do insert and chart. Okay, so we have a few different options. We see that we have the population, we have internet users. You'll notice that the percent doesn't show, and the reason that is because the percent number is so low compared to the population number and the number of internet users. I can do a few things. I can click on the chart, word chart here, and pick different types of charts. I sort of like the one I had though, so I'm going to go back. Maybe I like this one even better. I can customize it by typing in a title, so I might put internet users here. I think I spelled that wrong. So on and so forth. I can change the font, the background, so on and so forth. So when I'm done, it can place it right in my chart. It's in the way, so I need to move that someplace better. Again, I don't like the fact that I can't see the percentage because I really do think that's the best way to analyze this information. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go ahead and delete this chart. And what I'm going to do instead is select just the country and the percentage to make my chart. The way I do that is I highlight country and the information there first. I hold down the control key and then I select the other column. So you notice that now I selected column A information, column D information. I did not select B and C. I can go back to insert and click on chart. I think I like a column chart. So this is great. This is much better. I can go back to charts. Let's see. Maybe this type. Can I change the color? I might be able to change the color too. See if we can customize this a little bit. You'll notice there's a lot of different ways to customize. We can change the color here. Maybe green. Yeah, I like green. You could change the chart title. I'm going to go ahead and put in internet users again. And so on and so forth. So I'm going to click OK with that. Again, I can just click and drag to reposition my chart. This is what I would like you to do for this project. Go ahead, please, and play with the formatting of the chart. I think you can make the chart look much better than this. The title should be centered. There's just several different things you can do. So play with it. Make it look nice. Then what we're going to do is just share our chart. Of course, we go ahead and change to anyone with a link can view. We click save, and this is the link that we will be copying and posting in Edmodo. So just Control C to copy it, log into Emoto, go to the assignment, click on the link icon, and Control V to paste. That should do it. Play with it, try and do a few different things. The other thing you could do here is you could format the numbers here so it looks a little bit better. We don't want, let's see, maybe we want that. We don't need decimals though. So let's see, we can get rid of our decimals. I think that looks a little better. So have fun. And if you have any questions, either email me or post a link in Emoto. Thanks.